Welcome. How are you doing today? The green couch is back. Aren't you happy to see her? She missed you too. Part of the reason I think I'd fallen off in content creation over the past years because I just had issues with my new setup, with that other couch. The lighting in here
is terrible.
I've also been dealing with some lethargy and fatigue. Health reasons, things are getting weird. And I also couldn't stand the way that I looked on camera. So it wasn't just the set, it was me. And if I don't like looking at myself and my set, I cannot edit the video. I just can't deal with it. I don't want to look at it. It's not aesthetically pleasing. Get it away from me. No videos will be made if I don't think something is pretty. So I am feeling a little bit better about my appearance. My hair kind of fell out last year. So it's grown back now, but a lot of my hair is just this long. Everything going on about a year ago with my previous living situation and all that, it was really stressful and my fucking hair started falling out. And then once things sort of started to improve for me, I fucking got COVID. And it was rough for me, dude. Rough. We can talk about that another day. But I was cyclical vomiting for 3 or 4 days straight. I couldn't hold down water. And I remember laying on my bathroom floor thinking am I gonna die? And I had to drag myself down to the emergency room to get IV fluids. Cause if I didn't, I might have fucking died on my bathroom floor. Who knows? And you don't want anybody to find you dead. It's impolite. So because I got so sick with COVID, my fucking hair that had started to grow back fell out again. And there was a video that I made where I felt so insecure about how thin my hair was that I fucking filled in my scalp with makeup for the camera for that video. And I felt so pathetic for doing that, which realistically, that's who cares? People wear makeup to make themselves feel good about the way they look. Whatever. I just didn't feel good about myself. That is what it is. But we're here today to talk about the fruit of the week. You might be asking, what is the fruit of the week? It's a different fruit every week. As you might know from my last video, my sister is with child. She's expecting a boy this July. And when women are pregnant, they will often keep track of the size of the growing fetus in comparison to fruits and produce, right? And per my last video, I was reading text messages with my dad where I said, he's the size of a lime right now. So I made up a game early in my sister's pregnancy because when she first told me she was knocked up, I was oh my God, is it a peach, a plum, or a pear? So when she told me he was the size of a lime, I set a reminder in my phone every Monday to have a little pop-up at 3 p.m. that says, fruit of the week. And then underneath it, sister's penis child. So what I've been doing every week for the past couple months is I text my sister and I say, what is the fruit of the week? And she looks in her little notes, right? She tells me what her weekly fruit is for the size of her little growing boy. And when I do my weekly grocery shopping, I go find that fruit, and I take a picture of it in my hand, and then I text it to the group with my mom and my sister, and I say, fruit of the week! So that because everybody can imagine a fruit in their head, right? But when you can see it, I know I kind of have big hands, but when you can see it, it gives a good visual representation. So that's what I've been doing. And my mom would kind of respond strangely. And I guess I'd gotten a little hypersensitive about that because of the way my dad was so dismissive about my telling him that I'm going to have a nephew. So my mom would reply being your sister's gonna have a pineapple, or your sister's gonna have a watermelon come July. And I didn't know why she seemed to be dismissing what I was saying and just talking about my sister's baby being a larger fruit because we're not there yet. And the last time that she did that, because she was doing it every week, I felt a little frustrated that she had dismissed yet another fruit of the week. And I said, true, we will get to a melon at some point, but you're just going to have to deal with the current fruit of the week until we get to that size. Well, a couple weeks ago, my mom came over to bring me a table that I'm going to use as a TV stand when I get a TV. And while she was here, I mentioned something about the fruit of the week to her. And she gave me this kind of like look. And I was like, well, yeah, like as you know, women's pregnancies are often tracked and measured by sizes of fruit. So that's what I've been doing when I do my weekly grocery shopping is I've been taking the photos and sending the fruit of the week. And my mom, it clicked. She said, Danielle, I thought that your local grocery store had a fruit of the week special and that you were just letting us know what fruit was on sale each week. And I said, Mom, I don't think grocery stores do fruit of the week sales. I've been tracking my sister's pregnancy in fruit. Blew her fucking mind. It was cute. It was funny. I ended up telling my psychiatrist about it because I'd previously told my psychiatrist that my mom had been a little weird about my fruit of the week updates. Like, for 2 months. For 2 months. I had been doing this fruit of the week, and my mom had no idea, and she didn't ask any questions. She just was content to talk about other fruits when I would send the fruit of the week. And I told my psychiatrist about it after I found out that my mom was just mixed up on what she thought it was. She thought it was a fruit sale at my local lesbian H-E-B. My psychiatrist burst out laughing. She thought that was hilarious. And she was like, patient confidentiality, but I'm going to tell that story to people because that is funny. So throughout these misunderstandings of the fruit of the week, my mom had mentioned pineapples several times. So week before last, my little reminder went off. And I asked my sister, what is the fruit of the week? It was finally pineapple. And also, I will say, my sister at one point, when I let her know, like, did you know Mom thought I was just telling her about produce sales this whole time? My sister thought that was funny, and then she thought, but you're not buying the fruit every time, are you? I don't want you to spend your money. I said, no, I'm just manhandling these fruit and putting them back. Wash your produce. Danielle Starry touched it before you bought it. So, when I went to find the fruit of the week, and it was a pineapple, and I sent the photo of it in my hand to my mom and my sister, I said, you know, you mentioned pineapple so many times, Mom. Mom, I'm buying it for you. I am buying you this pineapple. Because, I mean, she seemed a little fixated on the pineapples. So I bought it, and I delivered it to my mom's house the next evening after work so that she could have her fruit of the week. And the fruit of the week is really strange. So, like, we had the pineapple, and then the week after that, this past week, it was rhubarb. I thought, oh no. So my sister told me it's rhubarb. I had to Google that. I didn't know what it looked like. It looks like purple celery. So I went to my regular lesbian H-E-B, and I couldn't find it. They didn't have any rhubarb there. Although I did find a very interesting plantain that was like the size of my forearm. So I felt like I'm gonna have to look a little harder. So I got online and I was like, where can we find these fucking rhubarbs? Central Market, of course. So I went to Central Market. I went through their vast, glorious produce section, and I found the fucking rhubarb. And considering we went from a pineapple to like a long, stringy things, I didn't know what to think about it, so I held it in my hand, and I sent the picture to my mom and my sister, and I said, fruit of the week! The wackiest one yet. And my sister just replied like, ha 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 ha. Because, yeah, like, is it supposed to be like you imagine the rhubarb if it was all coiled up in on itself? I don't know. But she replied, because she could, I guess, see the tags on the produce in the store from my photo. She said, are you at Central Market? I said, yes, I am. She said, fancy, fancy. I said, I came here for the photo op. I ain't buying shit. I'm going home. So this week is a papaya. And now I know what a papaya looks like. But I think, I mean, this is escalating, right? I'm not able to find Walmart and H-E-B produce for my sister's growing baby vegetable anymore. I think what I'm going to have to do for this week's Fruit of the Week is go to Whole Foods, because I feel like that's probably the only place in town that will have a papaya. And I can put it in one of my big hands, take a photo of it, and send it to my mom and my sister, and then not buy it, and go home. Wow, how anticlimactic has this been? I guess, play me out, Charlie.
That's about it. See ya.
And I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you have wasted watching this video. And have a good day. Also, remind me, next time we need to talk about how my mom forgot how I'm allergic to shellfish. Maybe we should have talked about that today. We'll talk about it later.